What is good with y'all? It's your boy Chris, and we're back on Spurs Spotlight with another banger.
Yeah, y'all gonna stop coming in my live talking about this Victor dude, bro. We hooping this year. Y'all gonna see.
Alright team, so today we got some Spurs news, some real insight on the Spurs draft board. We got some news on who they really wanted, who they were going to take ahead of Castle if they were still on the board. Before we get into this, I just want to say shout out San Antonio Express News for the video. Also, I want to say shout out to Matt in the Spurs Spotlight Discord again. Join that link in the comments and also in the description. He sent the video in here and he also put the timestamp. So shout out to Matt for this video. He already said who they wanted ahead of Castle. So I know already, but I'm just going to listen to it with y'all because I haven't really heard the video and I'm going to give y'all my opinion on it. Now, with that being said, I'm not going to hold y'all here too long. Let's get straight into it. I'm putting on the headphones, the little beat headphones. Let's get straight to it. Come on.
So that's something to look forward to. What do you want to add, Jeff?
What I was going to say, I came across some interesting.
This is Jeff McDonald talking. So shout out to him.
Neither here nor there, but maybe they're interesting. The Summer League is really good for us to go to because you end up just in a room or in a gym with a bunch of the staffers who know things, and it's a relaxed situation. You can just shoot the breeze, and sometimes you get information that way. And I want to talk about the draft, the Castle draft. This isn't information that helps anybody now, but I just found it interesting the way the Spurs viewed the top of that draft. And it goes like this. If they had had the first pick, and this surprised me because we spend so much time talking about the draft and we kind of didn't really talk about this name, but if they'd had the top pick, they would have absolutely taken Alex Sarr with the top pick.
Alex Sarr, who went to the Washington Wizards.
That's insane. They wanted Alex Sarr the whole time. If they traded for that number one pick, which it was a possibility, they would have taken Alex Sarr. They wouldn't have taken RESIGN. That's a little crazy to me. I don't really like that fit with him and Wemby, but hey, that's crazy.
We wondered about his fit and blah blah blah. They thought if they ended up with Alex Sarr, all the others they pictured him as like a bigger, better Jeremy Sochan that maybe they could teach to do the offensive stuff. Like the defense and the mobility would be just worth it, especially in a draft like this where everyone has flaws.
I don't know. I don't think I'm buying into that. I don't. Alex Sarr wasn't my favorite prospect. Even after looking at him in Summer League, this just confirms I really didn't believe in that pick. But hey, I'm just glad we ended up with Castle, and that didn't happen.
If they'd had the second pick, or if the choice had been Castle or Reed Shepherd at 4, they would have gone Reed Shepherd, probably just because of the shooting.
That I can get beside. I love Castle, but Reed Shepherd, he looks really good too. Looking at him in Summer League, and I'm not just basing this off all on Summer League, he shot 50% from 3, 53% from 3 in college. He's nice. I was a believer in Reed Shepherd as well. But Alex Sarr, not so much. I don't like Alex Sarr. I don't know. He's not passing the eye test for me. Nothing really jumps out at you when you watch him besides his shot blocking. He does have good shot blocking, nice defense. He can move his feet. And then Reed Shepherd, he looks real poised, especially getting into that mid-range area. He does nice little floaters, mid-range shots. It just looks like he has all the simple shots down, and it looks routine to him whenever he's playing. I like the smoothness he plays with, and I like the shooting ability, obviously. So I could have seen them taking Reed Shepherd over Castle, but I like the way it worked out. I like Castle.
And then Castle was the guy that I guess probably would have been third on their board.
So they got the third guy on their board at pick number 4.
And not a lot of interest in RESIGN that went first overall. It'd be interesting. I don't know what they'd have done if those first 3 guys had been gone 1 through 2, 3, and RESIGN was there at number 4, but weren't quite sold on him, I don't think. So all that was interesting, but I was a little surprised that they were.
That's crazy. They weren't high on RESIGN either. Even RESIGN, I think, looks a little better than Sarr in Summer League. But like I said, it's just Summer League. You can't base their whole career predictions off just a couple games in Summer League. Based off this, it's apparent that they wanted Alex Sarr if they had the number 1 pick, which is crazy to me. But I'm not the Spurs. I'm not a drafting genius. Who knows? Maybe they could have developed him into something crazier than what we are going to see from Alex Sarr in Washington, because obviously I believe that the Spurs development system is better than Washington's. So it would be a whole different player, in my opinion. But yeah, that's interesting. It's interesting. Let's see if they got anything else before we get out of here.
It was like a no-brainer that you take Sarr number 1 if they had the pick.
Sochan was a guy who really wrote like 2 months before the draft. You look at the mocks and he was like 10, 8, 9, 10, then in that range. And he maybe it wasn't 2 months. It was not long before the draft. During last season, I don't think anybody thought.
All right. All the Research Say smoke was just a fake screen, and we didn't really hear too much about the Spurs' interest in Alex Sarr. But I guess that's just the Spurs way. Whenever you don't hear something about it, I guess that's the way they want to go. So there's one thing I want to talk about in specific. He mentioned that the Spurs viewed Sarr as like a Sochan who could potentially figure out more on the offensive end, and he could be like the same on defense, which I don't really get. I don't know Sarr's perimeter defense. I know they said things about his perimeter defense and how he's a good perimeter defender. I don't know if he can guard the perimeter as good as a Sochan can. If they were looking at Sarr to fill in that Sochan role, my thought is, how are they feeling about Sochan? Like, what are they seeing with Sochan that they would have took Alex Sarr to kind of replace Sochan? And what would have happened to Sochan if they took Sarr? Are they questioning Jeremy Sochan? Do they feel like they needed a replacement? And is that why they were also looking into Lauri Markkanen? So yeah, now I'm questioning, how do they feel about Sochan if they were looking to replace him with Sarr if they had the number 1 pick? And they also look into Lauri Markkanen. Are they viewing him as more of a bench player? But anyways, I want to show y'all this. Shout out to the Hate Central for tweeting this. You know, I don't condone hating on players. It's worth noting that he shot 0 for 15 in his recent Summer League game, and I'm pretty sure this is the most shot attempts without logging a single point. And this was pretty crazy. I know some fans have been harsh on Alex Sarr. You obviously don't call a player a bust after a bad Summer League game, but this is really bad. I still don't think he's a bust. I still think you give him some time and he'll come around. We know he was playing in a whole nother country, a whole nother style of basketball, so he has to get used to these things. Not everybody could be like a Wemby and come out and drop 27 their second Summer League game and then 38 their 5th league game. I just wanted to point this out because this is kind of crazy. I know fans have mentioned that he settles for 3-pointers a lot, and I was watching him play, and I noticed that whenever he drives into the paint, he jumps from way outside the restricted area when he's trying to lay the ball up, and it just doesn't work. It looks like he's scared of the contact going into the paint. From looking at Alex Sarr, it looks like he is scared of like really trying to get in there, or like he doesn't have the strength to body up in there because he's jumping from so far out trying to get these far layups, and it's just not going his way. But I'm just going to scroll through some of these comments. He said, bro had as many points as me. Bro think he Wemby. He sold Bub tonight. Sorry if he wasn't 7-2. Yeah, so I don't know what the Spurs' vision for Alex Sarr really was, but I didn't see it. But hey, man, let me know what y'all are thinking. Would y'all have rather had Alex Sarr than Stephen Castle, or Reed Shepherd than Stephen Castle? Y'all leave it down below in the comments, man. And shout out to the Spurs Discord again. Like I said before, y'all go ahead and join up. Follow me on Twitter, Spurs Spotlight right here. But other than that, it's me and boy Chris. I'm here on Spurs Spotlight, and I'm out. Peace.